This channel supports St. Jude's Research Hospital for Children and is a part of their Play Live charity drive. For more information on how to join as well as how to donate, please head to the description and click the link at the top of it. Remember, any and all support is appreciated, so feel free to give and support in any way you can. Thank you for your participation.
What up, everybody? This is your boy Black Magus, and I was going to do this video last night, but I was tired and I had to get up for work extra early just in case the snow rolled in. No snow, by the way, so we're all good here. Wasn't really that scared of the snow, just scared of the way this area handles it. If you've seen my video about the atrocious way that the DC area handles bad weather, you'll know what I'm talking about. But anyway, so watched all of Raw last night, and I know it's been a minute, guys, since I've done a wrestling video. Sorry, things, personal lives, all that stuff conspired to keep the podcast away, and just so many things on my mind right now. I haven't really been keeping up with the wrestling stuff, so I do apologize to those who probably have subscribed to hear us talk about wrestling. Hopefully things will get back on track soon. Thank you for still sticking with me and still sticking with Pete and Flying Modem. We really enjoyed doing the show. And me and Pete will probably get back to doing the regular weekly thing pretty soon. And then, of course, Flying Modem will be coming in for the pay-per-view. So yeah, hopefully we'll get it together one of these days, and I'll get back to just doing my individual quick thoughts videos as well. I think I just got to build a better schedule right now for my life because it's hectic. But anyway, I've spoken enough about me. Let's speak about the subject at hand. Like I was saying, I was watching Raw last night. I had to watch the entire Raw, something I haven't done in a long time. Generally, first half an hour of Raw I skip because we all know, for the most part, they're talking segments where they're trying to build whatever the main feature feud against the Authority. Generally, always against the Authority. In that first half an hour, I was like, I don't really want to hear this because I pretty much know it's going to be a by the numbers affair. Of course, it was kind of the same this week. But, of course, with the news from Daniel Bryan that he was retiring, I was expecting him to lead off. He didn't. He actually finished the show, because that was pretty much the only thing that drew me to watch a Raw from the beginning. I was expecting to see him. Didn't. But I will say this, Stephanie McMahon did a great job on the lead, taking up the crowd beats when they're cheering for him. Being a heel and things like that. And then, of course, the whole thing with Brock and Roman and Dean, that was pretty cool. Brock fucked them up, because that's what Brock do. He fucks people up. But, none of that was important. The important thing was Daniel Bryan has officially retired from wrestling. After a tumultuous couple of years where he had the first neck injury after winning the WWE Championship, finally getting his shot, finally being put where he belonged for a while. The injury came, he had to drop the title, sucked. He came back, he picked up the IC title, but the injury was just too bad and he had to drop it again. And now we find out with his speech at the end that he also had numerous concussion issues and things like that on top of the neck injury. And we've been sitting here for months complaining about WWE's medical staff holding him out, not letting him come back, because as fans, we wanted to see him wrestle, but we didn't know the depths of it. And in hindsight, as much as I was one of those people who was adamant about WWE needing to let this guy, get back and stop being quote unquote overcautious, I have to, at this moment, applaud them, because even if it were a business decision where they just didn't want to get in trouble, like how we have people going nuts over the concussion issue and I forget exactly what's the name of the condition, but that brain disorder that they're trying to say, like, oh well, this is why OJ probably went off and killed his wife, and all these other things that they're relating to concussions, post uh, career trauma due to that, and things like that. WWE doesn't want to get in the same situation, don't want to take the same heat, because they've already had enough issues with the way that they handle their athletes and their health and the steroids thing, all of that. So, they're kind of avoiding the drama. But it also shows that they don't want this dude to be fucked up, and, he went, saw his own doctors, and he found out just how serious it was. And now he's going to be retired, but he'll be able to hopefully live a healthy, normal life. He'll still have the nagging issues with the neck, I'm sure, and things like that. And of course, concussion damage doesn't disappear. It's not like something that just goes away completely. But at least he'll, like he was saying in his farewell speech, he'll be able to like lead a normal, happy family life, raise his kids, be with his wife and his family and friends and stuff like that. He's had a very good career, 18 years. He's wrestled. Phenomenal career from like when he was Bryan Danielson, Red Dragon, wrestled all over the world. When he was in England wrestling, he was the man. He gets to WWE, wins the NXT thing, gets there. He blew up over the years. It was like as time went on, he just kept gaining momentum. Got his big WWE WrestleMania moment. He's had a great, solid career, but at the same time, I don't want to see him go. And I think that's the way we all felt. Like I didn't cry, but I would be lying to you if I didn't tell you guys I was emotional. And it's funny because all night I was like tweeting, saying to myself, this has to be a work. They're keeping it to the end because it's a work. It's a work. It was like me as a fan of Daniel Bryan not wanting to admit that, this dude is not going to wrestle anymore. There's the possibility he may come back. We've seen other wrestlers like Shawn Michaels have to retire, and then they figured out a way to come back and continue their career. He could do that, but I don't think he will. I think he's, made peace with it, and I think he's fine with it. And if he is, I don't blame him. Again, 18 years, great career, great moments. Still had a lot of ring life in him, but better to walk now and not regret staying too long and being in a state where, in your retirement, you're not able to enjoy life, your family. You'll always have issues. I mean, we've seen some other older wrestlers, how hobbled they are, just how fucked up their bodies are, their mind states and things like that. It's, as much as people love to say wrestling is fake, yes, it's scripted, but what they're doing in the ring is real as shit. They're punishing the hell out of their bodies to entertain people, and that punishment accumulates and can leave very long-term effects that can be heartbreaking. I mean, we've seen some of the older wrestlers who just can't walk, dementia, just wrecked. These guys are just wrecked by the lifestyle. And this guy, he's going to leave pretty much in a good state, physically. I'm gonna miss it. I'm gonna miss the flying goat. It makes me wonder, just what would have happened though if some of the other wrestlers back in the day would have quit before they got too far gone. The different lives they would have had. You think about people like Chris Benoit, had they recognized what was going on with him beforehand, or how that would have ended, would he have retired, things like that. Hey, he's leaving in a good place, and I'm glad to see him leave in a good place. I'm not going to be happy not having him. I would have loved to see him get a full run with that belt. You know, he never got a full run with the WWE Championship. He didn't even get a full run with the IC belt when he got it. You know, it's a lot of what ifs, especially now with the new people coming in, like Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan. Hell, I would have loved to see him wrestle his boy Hideo Itami. You know, I'm sorry, I said Itami, but I would have loved to see them wrestle. I mean, just so many like dream matches that could have happened with him, but we won't get to see that. I mean, we won't get to see that in WWE, I should say. But like I said, for what it's worth, glad to see the guy walk off before he put himself in a position where we would have been probably a lot more sadder to see him go off into the sunset like fucked up than it is to see him go now, you know, at peace, happy, and in good spirits and health. You know, it's gonna miss him. Gonna miss him. I'm gonna try to see if I can get the boys together to talk about this, because there's a couple of things about WWE we need to discuss, like the state of the product as it stands now, as well as, you know, with Daniel Bryan gone, but with also the additions that they've been getting. What can they do with the roster? There's a lot of stuff, and I'll try to throw in my individual videos as well, because I do need to get back to talking wrestling. So much I gotta do. God damn it. Such a busy man these days. But anyway, as always, you guys hit me up. Let me know what you think, and I'll holler at you later. This your boy Black Makers, and I'm out. Deuces.